morning. Melon here. Just here to teach a little bit about breath work today. I often like to start all of my customers with what I call the pranic breath. And it's just a simple single nostril breath. And it's just taking the time first thing in the morning as you wake up to focus on breathing 12 times on one side and 12 times on the other. And I tell people to do this simply because focusing on your breath is an important part of stimulating your body for the day. Now, I talk a lot about unfooding. And unfooding is not necessarily that you have to stop eating food, although there are people on the planet who have taken unfooding to that degree. They're called breatharians. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that terminology or not, but breatharians have learned how to make a shift in their energy that they don't need to eat any longer or very little food. So many breatharians eat once a week or once every couple weeks or once a month, or sometimes they'll go for extended periods, months or even years, without eating. Well, how is that possible? How is it possible to go for months or years without eating? Well, the only way that that's possible is if you start to get more of your energy in some other way. So all of the breatharians refer to their lifestyle as pranic nourishment. They call their lifestyle the pranic lifestyle, or moving into a life living on the energy of our universe. That's the prana, sometimes referred to as the chi. In Eastern culture or Eastern religious sciences, you may have heard of that, chi energy. You've heard of Tai Chi. You know, in yoga, there's a lot of focus on the breath work. And that's because a lot of the Eastern traditions have recognized the power that is available to us in every single moment, that is available to us from the breath. So I encourage all of my customers to do a little bit of breath work first thing in the morning. I love meditation, but sometimes you need to have a little bit of experience before you start worrying about meditation. Meditation starts combining breath and thought management. But breath work alone is like, let's suspend thought management entirely and just breathe. Just focus on breath. So I've always taught my customers to do that pranic breath, but I'd like to introduce some more breath work into the program because I have introduced more breath work into my program myself personally, and because I see the benefits of that, being inspired by my breatharian friends, Akai and Camilla, who I've most recently been working with, Elatom, who I've been working with over the past year, Jesse Boudreau and Sab Chan, two other breatharians that I've just recently made relationships with and I've been communicating with, and all of them agree how valuable and important the breath is, and as well movement. So they all do some sort of exercise, yoga and exercise. I like to get my yoga involved. Yoga includes the breath work as well too. And I would just want to introduce more breath work now into the program. So I wanted to record a message this morning that, demonstrates a new breath method that you could start to apply first thing in the morning. And Akai and Camilla have called this the 21 breaths of joy. 21 breaths of joy. And it's very simple. Breath work is extraordinarily simple, right? It doesn't take any rocket science to start putting some more oxygen into your body first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up, to get your energy in the right space energetically, and then perhaps sit and meditate after you've spent a little bit of time focusing on your breathing. So let's try the 21 breaths of joy this morning. And it's very simple. It's going to be 7 breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. 7 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And 7 breaths in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And then just make note of how you're feeling. And if you can, if you've got the time, if you're going to make the time, then do it again. Now, I want to encourage you because the breath is what brings us to the moment. And it's in the moment that we have all of our power to affect our next moment. Therefore, if we want to create change in our lives, we have to get ourselves to the moment, right? In any given moment, what do we need? Sometimes we think we need to do this or do that, or we're often thinking about something that's happened from the past. Then we're not in the present, we're not in the moment, and we're not in our power. The breath is what brings us to the moment, right? It's the breath that we really need in the moment. So if we bring our attention to our breath, we center ourselves. We bring ourselves to the power that is gifted to us from the universe. Moving into the pranic lifestyle, living upon the prana means focusing on the breath, and I'm encouraging you to start your day with the pranic breathing, which I've taught before, or to start introducing this new breath method now, the 21 breaths of joy. Let's give it a try together and see how we feel. Right? So we're just going to close your eyes, sitting or even laying down if you'd prefer. Just as long as you're in a comfortable position. If you're sitting, you want to try to sit with a nice tall posture. Focusing on 7 breaths first, in through the nose and out through the nose. As deep as you can. Hold for a 4 count or a 6 count or an 8 count. And then release very slowly through the nose. Try and expel all of the air by force, and then wait for another 4 count, or a 6 count, or an 8 count. Whatever is right for you. And then breathe in deeply again. Fill your lungs right down into your belly. Expand your belly with the breath And hold the breath inside for a 4 count, or a 6 count, or an 8 count, whatever is right for you. Hold that breath and slowly release gently. And pause. In each pause, try to hold for a 4 count, or a 6 count, or an 8 count, and just observe what's happening inside of your body while you're pausing before your next breath. Breathe in deeply and quickly. Holding. And releasing gently. Try to keep track of your repetitions, count, your breath count. You can count on your fingers if you have to. It might help you to keep your focus. One more breath this way, in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathe in and hold. Fill your belly. And gently release that breath. And hold. Now the next breath we're going to do is in through the nose and out through the mouth. The same way, holding in between. Fill your belly. And out through the mouth. Seven times. Out through the mouth. And our final 7 breaths, we'll try to go in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And one more breath in and hold. And release gently. And hold. And that's as simple as that. All it takes to bring some oxygen into your body to start your day. Those are the 21 breaths of joy. See if you can start your day with the 21 breaths of joy. And then, if you can, repeat or sit and meditate for 10 minutes, if possible. Have yourself a super day. The Mellow Man, all charged up with prana today, ready to get started.